Japan is known for its rigorous work. However, in 2005, there was the Fukunoyama train derailment that shocked the world. A total of 107 people were killed and 562 injured in the accident. The derailed carriage was almost completely deformed after the impact. Was this tragic accident man-made, or was there another engine? April 25, 2005, 9:03 a.m. During the rush hour, Fukushibayama Prefecture, Haku, Japan, a train stopped at Takarazuka Station. The driver of the train is 23-year-old Ryuji Takaki. He has been the driver for only 11 months. The train mainly runs in Fukushibayama Prefecture. This main line connects the three major cities of Tokyo, Osaka and Kobe, three major cities. The conductor is 42-year-old Evidence Matsushita. He is in charge of other duties on the train, including supervising the operation of the train and reporting to the company in a timely manner. This train will terminate at Amagasaki Station. The train stops at 7 platforms. This is the route that many commuters take to Osaka City. The train is extremely crowded during the morning rush hour. So when the doors closed, there were still passengers left. Ryuji Takamoto had to open the doors again. The train was already delayed by 25 seconds. The train had already been delayed by 25 seconds before it was allowed to depart from the station. In order to make up for the delay. After leaving the station, Ryuji Takamoto accelerated. The speed reached the maximum speed limit of 120 km per hour. Due to the rush hour crowd, the train was delayed by a lot of time. In Japan, the sense of time is very strong. If there is a delay, even for just a few seconds, there may be complaints from passengers. The railway company is also very strict with the drivers. Any delay of 1 second must be reported to the company. The driver will be punished accordingly. Not only will they be scolded like being interrogated by the police, there is also the possibility of doing some relatively lowly work, such as cleaning up the dog droppings on the tracks and other things. They are even asked to write a letter of repentance. Even to go to the toilet must also report. Many railroad employees are afraid of the company's spiritual education, even developed a sense of fear. And the driver of this train, Gao Jianlongji, had been trained for 13 days only the week before. This kind of day is very hard for him. If the train is late again today, then he would have received another 13 days of training. Thinking about that terrible training, Gao Jianlong too started to accelerate as soon as it left the Takarazuka Station. Soon the speed of the train to a maximum speed of 120 km per hour. The train will stop at Itami Station next. When the train was about to enter Itami Station, Captain Matsushita Zhengjun noticed Gao Jianlong too had no intention of slowing down. He was about to remind him, but before he could say anything, the speeding alarm sounded in the cab. Just as the conductor was about to trigger the emergency brake, Takami Ryuji pulled down the brake first under the emergency brake. When the train stopped, it was still 80 meters beyond the platform, about 2 carriages away. In other words, it was over the top for the driver. Such a mistake is very serious. Now he had no choice but to ask the conductor to reverse the train. The time was already very close and was delayed again. In addition, after the train emergency brake and immediately opened the reverse, the passengers in the train who were confused by the emergency brake, again by the reversing car to make people tumble. Emotional passengers have stood outside the cab, spit on Gao Jianlong Air. This made the already nervous Gao Jianlong Air more pressure. It seems that this time there is no shortage of educational training. At this moment, Gao Jianlongji was worried about the conductor. He reported the situation that the train had gone over the head. So he used the intercom to plead with the conductor. I hope to be lenient. The conductor considered that Gao Jianlongji was driving. If the report was heard by Gao Jianlongji, it is likely to affect his driving condition, so the conductor reported, the train was only 8 meters away. It's not a big problem. The train was already delayed by 80 seconds. In order to recover the delayed time, then Takamaroka 2 must be in the next section. Speed up in the train. The train had just left a single station. Takamaroka 2 ignores the danger of speeding. The train is moving at high speed here. Passengers can also feel, today's train is much faster than usual. 9:08, the train is about to enter a curve after a straight line. In order to save time, Takamatsu Ryuji delayed the brakes. This means that when the train is approaching the curve will be full braking, and what's even more frightening is that, at this moment, Takamitsu Ryuji was full of thoughts about how to explain the train's schedule. His mind was spinning rapidly, totally unaware of the train that had gone out of control in front of him. This curve can be said to be the most terrifying bend in the entire railroad. Next to the curve there is an apartment. The speed limit of this curve is 70 km per hour, but at this time the speed of the train through the curve surprisingly high, 116 km per hour. When it was about to turn to the right, passengers clearly felt the speed of the train much faster than usual. The windows also began to shake. It was too late. A feeling of anxiety came over me. The driver, Gao Jianlong, was in a bad way. Quickly take the emergency brake, but it was too late. The speed of the train was still very fast. Then the right wheel of the train was lifted by inertia. 2 seconds later, the entire train was completely derailed. It crashed straight into an apartment building next to it. The first car of the train crashed into the apartment building, the second carriage crashed into the apartment. Outside help was already in shape. Shortly after, the rescue team rushed to the scene for search and rescue. 23-year-old driver Gao Jianlong too died instantly. The accident resulted in a total of 562 people injured. 107 people were killed. 99 of the dead were passengers in the first 2 cars. The final investigation results pointed out that the train speeding was the main cause of the accident. As to why it was speeding, it was both a human error, it was also a failure of organization. The train driver was under tremendous pressure. Part of this pressure comes from the passengers, partly from the company's rules and regulations. This also reveals the side effects behind the seemingly strict punctuality of Japan. Japan's seemingly strict punctuality actually hides an almost perverse and high-pressure workplace.